Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, and hello to you all here out there in wonderful internet land. Be you on Vimeo, be you on YouTube, the RCGP, be you on YouTube for RC Racing TV, be you on various Facebooks and everything else. Welcome to Myrtle Beach in South Carolina. My name is Nick Damon. We are RC Racing TV, and we are providing coverage of the RCGP World Series. Today is event number 7. So I can hear you saying, what is going on, Nick? What are we going to see today? What's happening? Well, we're going to start off with some RC2 qualifying round 1. Currently, local time is 9:17. The first RCGP qualifier goes off at 10 o'clock, or begins at 10 o'clock. Then we have the second round of qualifying, and then the second RCGP qualifier goes off, and then we have the third round of qualifying. So the RCGP is going off at 10, 11:25, and 12:50. That's the 3 qualifying rounds. Someone actually asked you why we got 2 streams. We've got 2 streams morning and afternoon because we're doing something, we're broadcasting something for the pay-per-view people at lunchtime. Because as you know, this is the first of the RCGPs of season 2 to be free to air. Yeah, you can all watch it for nothing. But we have got to look after our pay-per-view patronage. There's a little bit of a special thing going on at lunchtime. And we come back in the afternoon. After about a 45-50 minute break, we come back with RC2 qualifying races. And then the first RC2 final is at 10 to 3, local time. So if you're in the UK, you had 5 hours. If you're in the US, in Europe, you had 6. So the first RCGP main goes off at 10 to 2. The second one goes off at 4:30. In between, we have a junior final and a senior final. And that is today. And then we do even more exciting stuff on Sunday. So today, of course, it is 2 15-minute finals. And tomorrow, it will be the one almost an hour final. Well, it's 30 minutes plus 2 laps. The lap's quite short here, actually. It's quite a short lappage. You see, he's got the countdown. So they've got 3 rounds of sort of standard sort of qualifying here for RC2. Then we'll obviously have the proper race qualifying for RCGP coming up as well quite soon. So Michael Kuntz, Matt Watford, Tony Scarzella, Lane Deming, Phil Connolly, Bubba High, great name, Roberto Huguet, Josiah Chandler, Brad Cribb, Corey Jordan and Big Cush are the guys who will be taking part in this one. We'll have moving camera as soon as Ash works out where the wires are going to go. But they haven't actually quite started yet, so they're still warming up. And I will be joined at some point by merch man extraordinaire, Keenan K. White. Keenan Lefty the Great. If you are in South Carolina and you're not at the event, well, come down because Keenan's opened his own merch stand. So you can get all your No Name RC podcast merch. If you're wondering why the car park looks absolutely packed, that is absolutely entirely an audience for us. 100%, just us. And not the massive number of soccer mums and dads who are rolling in as you speak to the... Can you show the soccer picture to the right, Ash? Yes, you can hear me. You go, so you get the picture at the right. So there's a plethora of soccer pitches over there. And every single middle-class South Carolina, Myrtle Beachin, has turned up with their child today to play soccer. And as someone who's played soccer for my lifelong played soccer, I don't really fear for the English national team, having seen that. There's Joe Bornhorst sitting on a bucket there. So that's why there's such a big car park. There's plenty of people behind us who are racing in RC, but it's a busy place, getting lots of fans as such. So let's find a car, but you need the double thing about this is you need to find a car where I can see the number, Ash. If I can't see the number, what are we going to do? So you need to find me a number for this first one. You can't see they're paralysed. Oh, this is a good idea. Take them out the pits. This is car 6. This is excellent. This is Bubba High. It's a lovely shot. Little lilac body for Bubba. The S-Works car. There we are. So let's take Bubba round. Doesn't know he's now the star of the show. And you see, that looks white, but we now know it's actually a very light lilac. Up and over the descending double. Onto the short tabletop. And then back in front of the driver's stand for the show-off double, which he didn't bother doing. Very much a typical US circuit here. It's a clay track. Lots of elevation, lots of jumps. This is the one bit. Come over here where they get a chance to really open the lungs of the cars. I think this is Bubba actually starting his run now. So there's 3 heats of RC2. Up and over he goes. Ooh, man rolls in front of him. Now to that short double. There are a couple of some of these jumps don't necessarily lend themselves to doing naturally what you would think you would do due to the landing point. Limited practice yesterday. There was an absolute massive amount of rain overnight on Wednesday. And all the rain that might have happened on Thursday didn't take place. They tried to dry the track out. And there was more rain, not a huge amount, but more rain on Thursday night, which has kind of very much delayed the running on the track because clay tracks and water do not mix. But we've been lucky since then, and it's set fair for the rest of the weekend. So we don't believe we're going to get any more rain. I must admit that the amount of dew that we had this morning was unbelievable. I've never seen so much dew. It's amazing. The place looked like it had rained, but it hadn't. It just the condensation of the night. So, like Bubba high. Bubba did a 30.1. To just give you an idea, the fastest lap we saw yesterday from David Ronefelt was a 24.5, I think. So, a few seconds to find for Bubba. Now, we need to find another car, but you also need to make me know how to actually see what car it is. I'd hope Lefty would be here because he knows all these locals. Be here in a minute. As if by magic, I use the words he'll be here in a minute, and here he is. Here he comes. Fresh from his merch store, where sales are through the roof. Keenan K. White, Lefty the Great. How many T-shirts have you sold this morning?
1.
I'll be honest with you, that's one more I thought it would be.
Ooh, that was a good one.
Straight out there.
Yeah, that was it, right off the bat. Don't worry, revenge, it comes very sweet and cool.
Yes, exactly.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to everybody that's tuned in. We are here at the beautiful, sunny, but muddy.
It is muddy, isn't it? I was explaining the weather situation to our good listeners. It was gunky and muddy as heck.
Yeah, but the crew here and the volunteers did a great job on the track. We had people out there barefoot and everything else, and they've done an excellent job getting it in racing condition. And it looks like we're going to get some, I hate to say the word, character.
You mean the track's going to break up?
Yes. Maybe not break up, but get a little bumpy.
Well, it's got some gougy holes already, as you can see. I mean, now blowing off. Some of this is the dust that's coming off from the surface. The surface obviously didn't get a chance to get padded down and treated because it really but basically just ran on it as soon as it was vaguely dry enough to run on. So it's dusting up quite a bit. But they have been blowing the dust off. I did see them blow the dust off last night. They particularly aggressively. They blew half a jump away with it.
Yeah, I mean, as the sun comes out and it bakes this track and the more cars that drive on it, the traction will come up. This is a very unique track. The way they drag it, it gets those, you can see like motocross type ruts, and they do affect the car a little bit.
Right.
So it should be good. I think 4th or 5th time coming to this track in Myrtle Beach. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. Beautiful. We got soccer players and tennis courts and everything to our left.
I've already explained how the 4,000 cars aren't actually for us.
It looks good, though.
It does. Oh, look at this packed car park. Hello to Bob's RC. I think we explained those 2 separate streams. Zanon Guskar, south of Brazil, is watching. John Moore said, good morning, you crazy kids. Top of the morning, says Bob's. Yappi Palavanainen, hello from Finland. You have a hero to cheer on, of course, in Pekko Evening, who is taking part in RCGP. They're all there to meet Nick. Yes, everyone turned up to meet me. E-Money 742. Well, that Jude Kuntz has had a few jokes thrown at him over his lifetime, hey? And that is true. It is a difficult name to have.
Yeah, it's very difficult, but good friend of mine. him, Mike Kuntz, and a nice avid racer. Second time here at RCGP. He was at SMB. Fun fact.
Go on.
First time for Pecco in America.
Yeah.
And first time ever driving in the dark, under the lights,
Yes,
for Hampus and Pecco last night.
Wow. Do you want to drop back on the car? We'll try and work out who the heck it is. Whilst meandering about, we've just been talking. Any idea what car that is, Lefty?
I can't see the number.
No, I think it's 7, but I could be wrong. Just to get some super zoom action from our top cameraman, a graduate of the British Film and Television School. Oh, yes, we've got the pros. That's a chance. Now, where is it? Come on. 4. Car 4. Well crashed car 4.
No, that's not car number 4.
It is car number 4.
But that's not the person who should.
Well, that's car number 4. It's got a big sticker saying 4.
Sorry, who? Oh, that's one of the Deming brothers.
Lane Deming, yeah.
Deming, I think he's the older brother of the Deming brothers, who also raced at. He has the curse of the camera.
Yeah, we managed to get before we even knew he was. We ruined his day.
Yeah. So the tires are the spec tires are really, really hard, and I know it's not the best for this current conditions, but as the traction comes up, I'm sure they'll be happy that these tires don't wear as fast.
They're never happy. He's a racer. They're never happy. So the environs of the tracks around the actual main track is an absolute quagmire, isn't it? It's a muddy bog.
Yes.
The water table must be within about an inch of the top of the ground because it's literally it rained heavily. The lake sitting in the grass has stayed there now for 2 days and not evaporated at all. It's always quite fun when you come somewhere new and you encounter some exciting new
environment, I would say.
Yeah.
So I have a question. You flew into North Carolina, correct?
I did.
Did you feel like you was back in England for a second?
No.
I really feel like North Carolina's Englishy.
In what way?
I don't know. Maybe the weather.
I don't know.
It does look very Englishy.
It's nice.
It is. North Carolina's very nice. Let's see who's in our chat. So we have 2 streams going. I missed on that.
No, we'll have a second one going this afternoon, but we're stopping at lunchtime.
Okay.
Because we're doing something that needs to be on a different platforms and can't do 2. So we're going to stop at lunchtime. So we'll do the qualifying here, and then we will do the afternoon, which is the finals.
Okay.
And the qualifying race for RC2 on a different one, you see?
Okay.
Mixing it up.
Good stuff. Good
I
stuff.
know.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
It's good to see you in your good mood in your trousers.
Well, I am in trousers, yes. I'm not a shorts person. I wear shorts only under duress of it being ridiculously hot.
And now you have something else to add to your resume, CV.
What's that?
Tortoise saver.
Tortoise saver? I have, yes. I rescued in fairness, it was Zach and I who decided to rescue the tortoise. The rest of the car wasn't very interested in rescuing the tortoise, were they? We literally drove over the tortoise. Luckily, it was between the wheels. We went down this mediumly busy road. And I said, oh, it's a tortoise. And should we go and rescue it? And Zach said yes, and I said yes, and the other 3 members went, don't care. So we basically decided they're animal haters and deserve to have a terrible death. But there we go. So we drove back and picked up the tortoise, and then he unfortunately couldn't really get a picture of him because when I picked him up, he went into his shell, literally. Oh my God! But yes, we are tortoise rescuers. We had another wildlife incident this morning.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we were in McDonald's. And, which isn't the incident, though Matt made a big fuss about not liking his burger. Hello, is there a problem? Made a big fuss about his burger. And I was just taking away, and this bird flew into the window.
And died.
Yeah. It wasn't stunned, it was died. It was really sad. We thought he'd be stunned and get on a bit. He was lying there going, nope, that was it. I think, that's the end of that bird. So we're having a wildlife extravaganza so far.
Maybe you're just bad luck for wildlife.
Well, not really, no, because we rescued one.
Yeah.
It's 1-1 at best. And we've been flicking the cockroaches off the balcony, not killing them.
Well, good thing we haven't got any snakes come over here yet. But try not to wander too far over into that forest over there. It's full of them. All right, so we got morning from, hey, what's up, Adidas Trev? I like your name. Morning from Colorado. Miguel, que lo que? Yeah, Big Kush. He's here with Nick. Connie Swenson, how are you? RC Addict. Yes, the track is, I really like this track. It's the smallest track we've been at so far. I think the fastest lap yesterday was 24 seconds by the Viking. So the smallest track that we've been to, but I like the jumps. Larry Supercrossy. And I believe Bobby Moore put in the layout from RC Trackmaster, so a great job to him.
RC Trackmaster.
So now we have RC2 class coming up. We have let's see the contestants here if we
The
can.
contestants, hey.
We got Billy Tylaska, Danny Stockman, the crew chief for Kyle Busch Motorsports. He's here enjoying his racing. Says, I love full-scale racing, but when I have time off, I love to come and do some RC racing as well. Says he still gets the excitement as full-scale racing.
RC Addict has donated a massive 99 cents to us.
Well, thank you, RC Addict.
Yeah, which actually doubles Keenan's profits for the day. So that's one T-shirt and 49 cents. So that's well done.
I think I'm never going to hear the end of the merch.
No,
the merch perks.
If you are on Facebook or on anything apart from the RC Racing TV YouTube, or unless you can directly message Keenan, then it's quite hard for us to follow the chat. So we've kind of trying to concentrate the chat onto the RC Racing TV YouTube. I think can you see the Facebook? Can you?
I'm actually on the RCGP YouTube, so we're looking at the RC Racing TV YouTube for the chat. Okay.
The RCGP. How did you chat? I thought I turned it. Oh, it doesn't matter anyway. It's all different. Let's see what's going on. Anyway, yes. So we have Camden Lee, Billy Glasgow, Darren Stockman, Jose Velado. Is that a Bahamian flag?
That is a Bermudian flag.
Bermudian flag.
The infamous
right.
Salty Joe.
Salty Joe.
That somebody in this shed tried to steal that nickname, and I had to immediately put a stop to that.
Alias Trev says, wow, smallest track. The jumps look great. Whole track is, there's a lot going on.
Yes.
But as I said, Dave Rutherford went round in 24.5 seconds yesterday.
Yes.
And given the fact that S&B was about 32, 33, so was Italy was about 33, and Nemo was 35.
Yeah.
So
this is definitely this one.
And the World's was 49.
Yes.
Or 50, really.
And then we'll see those drop as the traction comes up here.
Hi to me and you, says Homeboy RC. G'day, fellas, says Mick Wilson.
We got Darren Johnson. Hi from Perth. How you doing, Mr. Johnson? Any sightings of the thylacine? Maybe not in Perth. But he knows the other thylacine, the ginger thylacine.
The ginger thylacine, I say. Sounds exciting.
There we got the second heat of RC2. You can see Salty Joe up there in his RCGP shirt, fully concentrated, probably messaging me to pit him, and I can't pit him right now.
Well, it is a key point. Actually not being there is a really limiting factor of pitting someone.
Home by RC. Nope, no Brits. Lee Martin and John Hazelwood, unfortunately, didn't make the trip over. I was hoping to see Lee over here. It's always good to see Bruce Lee. Leroy, sorry.
Bruce Lee.
Bruce Leroy. But we want to thank you, everybody, for joining us. Please share. Let's get this viral. I know it's early in the morning and everybody's still asleep, or you're on your way to racing. Wherever you're racing this weekend, have fun. Be safe. Tune in to the awesome coverage that we have planned over the next 2 days here at Badlands RC Supercross. There's quite a lot of cars out there, too. I just noticed. Makes us look like we have a lot of spectators. Well, hopefully we get some filtering in.
We've got nothing but spectators. You should know that.
Yes, we get some of these young kids coming over. I want one of these. I want one of these.
You can have two. It's fine.
Two. Nick can buy them for you. We see Trent Walker letting his dad out. Mr. Mike Walker, the man who never smiles for a picture.
That sounds very naughty. You really ought to smile.
Yeah.
Show your best side.
High-tech service manager, a great friend of mine.
Good morning to Dan Jones. How are you?
Morning, Dan. I think the chat's on both, actually. So.
Yeah,
it's the same chat on both. So.
There's a kind of mutual, there is chat, basically, and we're trying to monitor the chat as much as we can in a chat-based monitoring situation. Who's on the camera? Do you know by any chance? It's the green car.
That's Mike Walker.
This is why you're here.
That's the watermelon.
Because to me, that'd just be the green car.
Yeah, it actually looks more like a watermelon colored car.
Flavor.
Well, it does look like a watermelon. But made the trip up from Florida. Mike and his son Trent, very good friends of mine. Mr. Shane Dudley, good morning. On my way to NC to see you guys. Perfect. Come down. We want you guys to come down, enjoy it. Come meet us. Come have fun. Come meet some of the pro guys. They're all out here in the open for you guys. Go up and ask
they
questions.
can't hide.
Yeah, they're there to take pictures, kiss babies, and shake hands.
Jeffrey Horton, is this at the Badlands in Sarcasty? Yes, it is. This is the RC Badlands Supercross track. So lap times now should be coming down a little bit. Yeah, we're going to 28s now.
Bob says, what's the temperature there? Right now, I'd say about 73.
Oh, no, nothing like that. It's about 16, 17. It's degrees centigrade.
In Fahrenheit.
It's about 66, I'd say.
No. Maybe in this container here.
Honestly, just because you run hot. Currently, it's a lot lower than that, apparently. It's 11 degrees, which is about 61.
It's a very comfortable 61.
Yeah, I think that's wrong, to be honest. I think my original statement about 66 is right. Anyway.
Salty Joe to the front.
People are kind of oscillating between normal people, because Keenan's behind us in very lightweight shorts and a single layer T-shirt, and the rest of us are in 3 layers.
And these guys come from cold countries.
Yes. Well, wet country, to be honest.
No,
the UK really isn't a cold country, because if you think about it, like the whole of Scandinavia is colder, and actually like places like the middle, like Germany, once you get into the continental landmass, that's a lot colder as well.
England's more damp.
It's wet and it's miserable, but it's not actually cold most of the time. So would you rather wet and miserable or slightly chilly? Well, I think we'd probably rather slightly chilly, yeah.
Dan says perfect UK temperature.
Yeah. I'm going to have a major issue at some point, but I'm going to have to decide whether to take off my sweatshirt or not, you see.
I did already. On the sun, it's hot, so definitely a little bit warm. Or you got to get one like Frank's. How does Frank have a zip-up hoodie?
Yeah, well, because there's 2 versions of the hoodie. You got look, there's one there. Look, this is the later version of the hoodie. Oh. So the guys who got their hoodies, we got ours at round 1, and the guys who got their hoodies at round 3 got the zippy hoodies with the much nicer. Look at that lovely. What's it? You know your laces have a bit of plastic on the end of them, as you've got that proper name. Well, they got lovely metal ends to their hoodie kind of drawstrings.
Oh, I see that.
See, like, I've got just a standard, like a sports shoelace.
I think there's actually a name for that.
There is, and I can't remember it offhand, but there is a name for those things.
Maybe the chat will figure it out.
Give them 2 minutes. So this is the tabletop. Up and over that double. This is the show off. This is you really need to go for that one to get over. It's a big in front of the rostrum double, and that's an accident.
Yeah, very Supercross-esque here.
Nice marshalling.
Oh, we had a frozen.
Matt. There we go.
Producer Matt on it.
Well, Matt just noticed it, turned around to look at it, and it felt told off, so it started working again. Weird.
We need to get some names. What are we calling?
And again. Oh. Ash, turn your transmitter off and on again, please. Turn your transmitter off and on.
No, Miguel, not Caribbean weather, but it will be later on. It's going to be hot.
And it will be. It's better than New York, though.
Yeah, like Florida weather, I would say.
Floridian.
Flaustralia.
Australia?
Yeah, because Florida has everything.
Okay, it's working again. There we go.
Everybody, please share this. I know it's early. I think one more round, and then we have the first qualifying round of RCGP. As you see, looking up on the driver's stand, I see Mrs. Caitlin Carmandi up there, the only female racing with us. Race like a girl. Don't give an inch is her motto.
Well, that's fair enough. Which car is this?
This, I cannot see.
I know, we need some super camera action from our graduate of the National Film and Television School.
Yeah, because he's an expert on focusing.
He is. Car 2, excellent. Okay, we can read these numbers. Billy Talaska from the Agama team. Has he got the new one? No, he's got the old one.
No, got the old one. Billy enjoying a little RC this weekend, making a trip out from Texas. And,
Homeboy RC, Boots must be at the... Yep, that's right.
Oh, yeah. Boots would definitely be... I don't think if he didn't make that race, he might...
That's more of a marriage thing than anything else, isn't it? When your father-in-law runs the company, you kind of have to go.
Well, he'd be sleeping in a tent.
Yeah, we got Joe Bornhorst and Spencer Hecker again from running for S-Works. Very important weekend for S-Works and Associated. They're trying to battle for the overall championship, teams championship. Associated is Scampi Rossa, that's Aidan Horn and Cole Tollard.
Those guys having a little bad luck yesterday in practice. Looking to do better today.
Yeah.
Rickard early. Well, yep. It's 15:40 in Sweden. It's actually 9:40 here this morning.
It is.
As Zach, the other cameraman, goes out.
Yes. Oh, there's all stuff going on now.
It's like we got Billy and Chauncey Mack having a little on-screen battle. No battles needed in this. This is everybody's on the individual clock.
Yeah, trying to get 4 timed is it consecutive laps or just 4 best laps of all?
4 best laps of all.
So they do the RC2 we're doing this morning, these 4 best laps, and they have a qualifying race this afternoon.
Yes.
And then we have junior and senior finals, and I haven't seen many juniors.
No, not
So I'm
too
wondering
many.
how many are in the junior final, that was all.
No, I mean, we just raised the age of the juniors, I think. We'll have like a 35-year-old junior.
A 26-year-old junior, yeah. I was a junior once.
Oh,
There we go.
that's never good.
That's a sexual moment for them both. We've gone with the other car first. The car which number we don't know what it is. Oh, it stopped. Had enough. Not a good run now. We've sat on each other and that's it's ruined it. There we go. Results up there.
Camden Lee, Billy Talaska, Danny Stockman, and Chauncey Mack, and local, Carolina local, Marlo Bright. Running out your top
Bright.
5.
Okay, Myrtle.
If you are in the area and you're thinking about coming down this afternoon or tomorrow, will be a great time. Come on down and watch some racing with us. And I have to park. If you are interested in some NNRC merch, please hit me up. We can work it out. Or you have somebody here that wants to bring it back to you, just send me a message. We have the cool gray hats, the invisible speed hats, and a new shirt out.
A new shirt?
Yes, with the famous motto.
Right, sure is the glory.
But e-buggy pays the bills.
But does it?
Yes, it
I
does.
don't know.
Where it does.
Well,
E-buggy and e-truggy are huge here in the Southeast.
really?
Yes, I think at race time events they get about 150
I've only ever seen
e-truggies.
I've only ever seen 2 e-truckies.
Well, you will see 150 of them at our
I'm
at
not-
P&B, I think it was. Well,
Right.
you won't.
I won't personally because I'm not there. But
E-buggy, e-truggy, huge here in the Southeast.
okay. Well, I'm an electric fan myself.
There's actually on-road nationals going on at this moment down in Florida.
Is there?
Yes, 10-scale on-road nationals.
Wow.
Electric, on asphalt. Down in Valkyrie Raceway in Florida. Is that? Ooh.
Just thought I'd look. Right.
I'll send one with you. I'll send one with the Viking Magnus.
Okay, so next up, it's the final of the first round. Hats to, hang on, Magnus wants to know. Yeah.
I'll send one with. I'll send one Magnus. We got shirts too. I did buy a cowboy hat, and that was the highlight of my weekend. As we get. Nick is going to go over and have a meeting with our producer. Let's see as we get. Yes, Magnus, I will talk to the Viking about getting one sent to you along with some decals for you. And I'll get it out. We have a couple of people from Sweden here. I'm sure they can bring a hat for you. And thank you. No shameless plug there at all. Not at all. Not at all. So this is our top heat of the RC2 guys. We have Joseph Steichleather, the younger brother, David Olson, Trent Walker, Little Donnie Ward, Cade Burnett. I don't know who Smith is. I need to have the starting grid up here in front of me. Here we go. So we have Jason Smith, David Carmandi, Josh Hollifield, Cameron Saxon, Luke Demon, Jackson Taro, and DJ Hapler. All these all regional southern racers here. And they have come here to support RCGP. We're glad to have them in. These are some of the Southeast's fastest racers. Joseph's brother Jake is actually racing with Evan Vale. Mick Wilson, how you doing, Mick? I'll talk to my buddy. Let's see if we can work something out to get it shipped over to Australia. Let me know what you want. Hit me up later. If you do want something, just shoot me a message, and I'll get it all sorted out. I'll take some pictures later. But we thank you guys for joining us. Please share. We want to get this out. And we have the RCGP guys coming out. Yes, Bob, we have some here. We have RCGP shirts, we have NNRC shirts and hats. I'll take some pictures of them later. And yes, you'll get it there. Homeboy RC, yes, from what I'm told, there will be around in the UK next year. That's tentatively in the works. Yeah, Mick, just please shoot me a message later on, and I'll see what we can do for you. And Magnus, I got you covered. So we want to thank you guys for joining in. It's good to have a crowd in here. Let's get this shirt. We got the RCGP guys coming up yesterday in their last practice round in the evening time. I think Ronafok was just out there having fun. And Aiden Horn and on that hairpin at the end of the stretch, they were just literally drifting into that. The car was completely sideways. It was awesome to see. They're just putting on a little show for everybody that was watching. It's good. Everybody's excited to have the international drivers here. And you can see the parking lot is full. We have lots of potential young racers over there playing soccer and football. Hopefully some of them come over here and watch, and tomorrow should be packed. Hopefully have a lot of people come on and enjoy some of the races. It's always great to have the spectators here. And we see Mr. Mike Walker filling up Trent, High Tech, USA team manager, one of them, and also a service manager for Mayako. Young Trent doing quite well here in the Florida race scene. Good to see. My good buddy, Mr. Mike Coots down there, pitting for Josh Hollyfield, local fast racer. Been racing for many years. A lot of people don't understand the racing culture in the Southeast. Has a very deep history. And we shall see how it happens. Any chance of RCGP coming to Australia? I don't know, Mick. I think, I don't know if RCGP is going to do any Asia runs in the future. You'll see. I think they're trying to just get some momentum going. Where schooling off, I didn't race myself, was pitting for Anthony Williams at UK Ryan, even got interviewed by you. It was an awesome experience to be involved. Thank you. I enjoyed my time in the UK. It was good to meet new people. The beautiful Nemo facility, John and Mark Rumble and those guys did an excellent job following it. The facility looks great. I had a great time over there. Lucozades and crunchy bars. I loved it. As we see this, I love that jump right there. And this double. A lot of these jumps, like very supercross, send you up in the air. I think as the traction comes up, we're going to see these RCGP guys right here just send it. You're going to see cars full sideways. And, thank you, Homeboy RC, for coming out and supporting the RCGP UK. Thank you to everybody that supports RCGP. We can't do it without the support of you guys and tuning into the coverage. Thank you to RC Racing TV for letting me be a part of this, teaching me how to be a commentator, not a play-by-play guy, more of a fill-in guy. Nick is excellent at play-by-play. But here we have, so Little Donnie Ward gets out to the front. Trent Walker going on a 27.6. We're going to see these lap times come down. These spec tires are super. The compound is very hard compound. Probably very hard to drive out there at this moment. But as the sun shines on it and the traction comes up, they will be happy for the hard compound, I'm sure. Frozen again.
You answered those questions about your merch.
Yes, all about the merch.
What's the chances of RCGP coming to Australia? Don't know.
Yeah.
Don't know what we're doing next year yet.
Yep.
Are they planning a UK round next year? Yeah, probably. Don't know. It's exciting. We don't know what's happening next year. There's many an option in the air of what may or may not happen as far as where we go and what we do.
Yep.
Very exciting.
It's good. It's good. Very good. Bob's RC. I didn't realize you was up in Canada, Bob. Up in Canada.
Canada?
Yes.
I'm up in Canada.
What part of Canada are you two in, Bob?
Canada.
Nainoa, what's up, Nainoa? How you doing? Are you shaping surfboards at this moment and watching RCGP? So we have Trent Walker out to the front there, throwing on the fastest lap so far, 27.5, I believe.
That's his average.
Average, sorry. Where's it? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing.
So his best is a 27.3.
Okay. But these are some of the fast young guys here in the southeast.
Are they young enough to be juniors? I am slightly considered a junior final, that's all.
Well, we just raised the age of 25. Right? Young Donnie Ward, another fast racer. Jackson Terrell, younger racer, was talking to his father earlier. Luke Deming, the other half of the Deming brothers. David Carmendi, the other half of the Carmendi racing team, husband and wife race team. DJ Hepler, a stalwart in the southeast racing community here. Races all up and down the southeast. Yep, hey, near Toronto. Very nice, very nice. Like Toronto, had a lot of fun there. Went to WrestleMania 18 in 2002, I believe. Yes, no, you're up early, burning that midnight oil, shaping surfboards, doing what you love, and watching RC on RC Racing TV. Trent Walker out there looking to take 2Q of the... Oh, was that him? Did he make a mistake? Can't tell. Nope, that wasn't him. As we are following... That looks like we're following the young Cade Burnett from Georgia.
Excellent. Honestly, Matt keeps muting me. I keep getting muted on the button panel. I wave at him to say something, and I press the off switch, but he just mutes me anyway. I'm double muted. I just feel bereft. Be careful! I thought we were talking about ancient libraries again.
That's Matt's trigger.
He doesn't like an ancient library. No ancient library conversations here.
Following the young Cade Burnett in the Associated Car, who was very fast at RCGP and SMB. One of the young, he's a junior actually.
Excellent, there's one.
So
he could win the race. No, I'm sure there's at least half a dozen, not 10. But
he could win the overall race here too as well. So good stuff. We got RCGP Loves RC2 coming up later on today.
That's not live.
Not live.
No, that's going to be a recorded piece.
Oh, right. Yes.
The reason being, there's quite a lot of waiting around in that.
Yes.
It doesn't really kind of align itself to being shown in.
Oh, my. How did he pull it? Oh, can we get a replay of that? Oh, man.
The replay's over there.
Oh, that was... His car literally twisted in the air and came down and landed on all four wheels.
I don't know what to say.
It was...
They went to... Matt's gone to prepare something.
Our producer has stepped out and we probably missed the moment of...
Yeah, I should have my own button there.
Well, So, Nick, much different weather from when we was at the Worlds in Spain.
Yes, if I'd had this many layers on in Spain, I'd have died.
Well, it was hot. No paint fumes either wafting up on the...
Oh, that was a delightful little addition, wasn't it? I can't say, how do people work in that factory?
I don't either. It was strong.
We were what? 300 meters, 400 yards away?
Yeah. Oh, wow. Well done to Trent Walker, Donnie Ward. Trent Walker takes the win and probably takes the TQ of the round. Donnie Ward, David Olson, Cade Burnett, Jackson Terrell. All top 5, all young racers. Good to see. Very good to see. Homeboy says, surprise, Nitro Freak's not in the chat yet. I don't know where Nitro Freak is. Got Corey Jordan here.
Well, it's quite early still in America, isn't it?
Yeah. We got EKJ 24,000. That's his friends with Nitro Freak. And those guys. Okay. We're going to have gate starts for RCGP.
Yep, we're about to go in a second. We're going to get ready for the staging of RCGP. We build you up to the excitement of RCGP. It is a gate start. It is a 5-minute plus 2 lap race.
Remember, these guys have 4 qualifiers today that go into a 2 15-minute finals later on. Let's have a look in our chat.
So we haven't got the names and the runners and riders yet for the excitement of RCGP. I'll have to tell you myself, then, won't I?
David Ronnefalk winning the rush yesterday, impressively fast, making a statement, I believe, for 2023.
So it's 4 minutes before we start with the staging.
So it looks like it's going to be David Ronafog, Hampusberg, Joe Bornhorst, Brandon Rose, Spencer Heckert, Brandon Rose, Evan Vale, Cole Tollard, Raging Aiden Horn, Hot Sauce Watson, Jake Steichlefer, Dirty Don Elliott, and Pekko Ivanen.
Dirty Don Elliott. I really think we possibly have to find a different moniker for him.
That's his nickname. Like, I didn't give it to him. That's his real nickname.
Okay.
And he said he's fine with it.
Is he? Okay.
But Don is another veteran here, racing every weekend. You can find him and between Georgia, Virginia, South, and North Carolina, just hitting any race possible. He lives for RC. Got to know him over the last few years. Very avid 40-plus racer. Does well. He's here. Got the opportunity, got the call to come up to RCGP, to race with his teammate, the young Brandon Rose, fresh off 2 visits to Europe, who lost his wallet, unfortunately.
What, in America? Abroad?
No, first day here.
In the mud?
Nope, lost it somewhere, and he said somebody tried to spend $800 on it, on his credit card.
Doesn't sound like it was lost then, does it?
Well, it was lost, and then somebody found it.
It sounded like it was
but
stolen.
not him.
But he didn't lose it as well, did he?
No, he said he left it somewhere, and then somebody just found it. I happened to do the same thing in Las Vegas back in
And how much did you lose?
$150.
Okay.
That's all I had in cash.
So many honest people around, are there?
No.
It's a sad world we live in.
All right, so we're in staging. Let's get back in our chat, see how things are going. Did we manage to get an answer for what is on the end of a shoelace?
I do know the word, but I just lost it in my head. A nablik.
Nablet, of course. Frank
Nablet,
knows.
Frank knows.
Frank has a plethora of.
Frank knows everything except how many sweets to eat. That's the only thing he doesn't know. He eats too many sweets, is Frank. He eats all the sweets, that's right.
He's just up there like,
he eats all the sweets, and he doesn't agree with him. Right, I'm going to walk over to the other bit. Not sure if I can I no, probably can't have a conversation for the radio mic, I don't know.
So the rest of the Beach RC crew, Lucas and Brent, they're all at Beach RC doing the Masters of Dirt rebuild. Not only did they get to play in the mud for a whole week, they're doing the actual rebuild at Masters of Dirt, and that's it.
To, well, it's the Badlands RC Supercross and the first RCGP Qualifier. Well, the drivers all appear to have gone up there. Do you know what? I need to wrangle them. Let's have a look at some fantastic action here in South Carolina. Hello and welcome back to the interview. Oh, look, I found David Ronafalk. Well, David, first of all, I suppose we should state the obvious. Congratulations, because you're going to win the overall championship due to the fact that other people have, wimped out, really.
I don't know why they're not here, but yeah, I mean, it's not the way I wanted to win. It would have been fun to kind of duke it out here in the last round with Davide and Canas, but it's not the case this time. But we're going to make the most out of it and then try to bring this race home as well today, and then for the last round tomorrow. But I'm enjoying myself. The track is great. Now after the rain, it's it's starting to grow up nicely. Still some moisture in it. Kind of tricky on the tire compound, but we got it good, and I think it's going to be fine in the first qualifier now. You managed to win the rush yesterday by really easily. It seemed like a really easy win. I mean, your car was so much quicker than everyone else's, including the established stars of the USA. Yeah, I mean, I got two good starts there in the rush run, and I could pull away and control the lead from there, and the car was really good, and I'm looking forward to today. Track changed much this morning from last night? Not very much. I think they put some calcium on the track, I think, to kind of hold the moisture a bit. But in the first practice it felt kind of similar to yesterday, so not too big of a difference. Great stuff, thank you much indeed. Well, everyone else is all up on the rostrum, so that's the interviews, and they're revving up. So let's get ready for RCGP qualifying race number 1.
Hard like 4, really, that shoe game like 450. I got married, was so giddy, swear my wife's skin looks so pretty. I don't care if they roll with me, headed to the top, but they don't give me. That's why some peeps get gold with me. I'm a heathen just like coffee. I am adjusting the elephants that are right here in the room. Church is way more than the people who walk in the building. No audience see in my zone. I ain't the truth, I'm just a messenger. I got the views, up on the regular, get in the booth, writing like Eminem. This is the proof, no one is better than my God.
And we are back. Good morning, RC Racing World. Are you ready for some racing? Are you ready for some racing? Yes! There's Matt. He says yes. I don't hear you guys in the chat. But yes, we are about to see the first RCGP qualifier. No, the control tire for RC2 is actually a T-Pro tire. I don't remember what it's called. To be honest, I need to go look at it and ask them. So, watching from the Philippines, yes, the track looks great over there. And for the Philippine Masters, another race I love to go to. I've always wanted to visit the Philippines. If I go there, I got to go for 2 weeks. Got to go explore the country. Worked with a lot of Filipino workers and good friends over in Abu Dhabi and Dubai back in the day. We got Connie cheering on the team Scandinavia. We see Hot Sauce up there, got his plaid on. Joe Bornhorst looks like he's standing on something, but he's not. He's just taller than everybody. Jessica Sepola, I think that's how you say her name. She's saying, "Go Sweden." We have a Swedish cowboy here too. He's the mechanic of David Ronafalk. Oscar. Nick is back.
Back I am.
Hustling around.
Yes, they're very naughty little drivers. They went up the rostrum, so I couldn't capture as many as I wanted to. But don't worry, they won't escape me again. The lucky single escape. I'm going to put Ash on wrangling duties for the next one.
Wrangler. Frank was usually the wrangler.
Well, Frank's in the other corner of the track. So what Ash is going to do? He's literally going to stand with his body and bar their entry to the rostrum like that. No.
So we see Hakan down there getting ready. There's Oscar, doesn't have his cowboy hat on because he doesn't want it to get dirty.
Obviously.
Katie Carmendi pitting for Don Elliott. There's Mr. Stockman right there pitting for, I believe, for Cole Ing Tollard. Very nice man.
Cole's read on his numbers with white numbers rather than he had yellow numbers.
Yes, I like the yellow numbers better.
I know it's easy to see. That's Brandon Rose. His car.
Billy looking eagerly on. There's Mrs. Race Like a Girl podcast. They just had a very great initiative called the Future Stars of RC. Very great initiative. I've talked about it a few times on the podcast. They work very hard in promoting youth racing here in the Carolinas. Do a very good job of it.
One goes.
They're going out for their warm-up laps. get ready for some good racing coming up here shortly.
Yep, chance to see the gate starts. The first time. So, just to run down as we've chatted about, realistically, I'm not one for false jeopardy and false drama. So let's be honest about this. Ronald Falk has won the Drivers' Championship. It's absolutely wide open, the Teams' Championship. S-Works and Associated are nailed. There's 1 point between them, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very
at the moment. Neither of them scored any points in the rush. Those points went to different teams. Certainly, obviously, 3 went to Mayako with David winning it. And Brandon came third. And who was second? Pecco, yes. So it's JQSM got a point and so the Argama. So there's 6 teams, and 3 of the teams not involved in the championship fight got points yesterday.
This is true.
Chance to look at the track. It's a lot of action packed into a very small area here. So I think we're going to see, I don't know really how the track has changed in ultimate pace. We were seeing 24.5-second laps from Ronnefeld. No one else really was sub 25, but the track has since then improved slightly, or not, I don't know. It's certainly drier, but I had a long conversation yesterday about tyres with Joe Bornhorst, and he's explaining how the track gets faster and slower, not necessarily as you'd expect it to do. For example, if it gets dark and it begins to, the dew comes down, it gets slower again.
That's similar this morning. You come out there, the dew's rising up around 11 o'clock, 12 today. This track will have OPS amounts of traction, but it also will smooth up. Some of these bumps will smooth out. I don't want them to smooth out. I want them to get a little rough.
Yeah, I think some are going to rut up, to be honest.
Yeah. As you can see, those guys are just pitching these cars into that 180 bowl down there. They're just going into a power slide about 3/4 of the way down the straightaway. Probably the fastest way to get around it if you can do it.
So that's the blue car. That's now upside down. That's the 92 of Aidan Horn. Oh, it's 92 of Evan Vale. Sorry, it's Evan Vale's car. Sorry. Even after a season, I'm still having an issue with the Beach RC and Associated. One of the many things written on the things to do for next season is making sure the body shells are way more different. Like 88 and 98 have just gone past, and they're 2 different teams, but they look exactly the same. Horn and Steichler have gone past my eyeballs there. There's no numbers on the JQ car wings, which is naughty. But luckily I can tell them apart because one's got an aerial and one hasn't on the JQS end. The aerial, of course, belonging to Pecco Evening. Cody Watson not with an aerial. There's Mao. Look at the sun glinting off his wand of... Oh, lovely close-up as they come into the pit lane. Blowing off the dust there. You can see quite
that's sand.
Quite sandy, yeah. Coming into the... Well, it's loam, isn't it? Coming out of the clay. Right, so 5 minutes plus 2 laps. It's makes it quite shorter than normal because, of course, the laps are only 25 seconds long. So this is a less than 6-minute qualifier.
Racing mechanics taking their drivers out. I had the pleasure of going out. I was tramping down like motocross and trying to get guys the best start. You saw that out there. They're actually forming some ruts in the start out there.
Down at the gate start, the sun glinting off the surface. And as the drivers bend down, the order of gate starts chosen from the qualifying practice. Last bit of top up. No one's got a problem with 5.5 minutes, so it's not going to be an issue. Back row being settled as we go. Revving away. Flag is up, they're off. And then they go, and the top 2 lines bounce together. So, major action in the middle of the field. Is it Ronnefeld? Is it come off absolutely dead last and worst again? We had 2 good ones yesterday. What do you expect? So, leading, my guess is that Smokey Joe doing it again. Is that Bornhorst in the lead? So, Bornhorst is again, who absolutely aces this one. It's Bornhorst, and I think that's from Rose.
That's Heckert.
It's Heckert. So, Bornhorst from Heckert. Thank you. It's a 47. Couldn't quite see the number. Knew it was one of the his teammates. S-Works 1-2. Third place is the 98, and then I think it's Pecco. So we go with Aidan Horn, and it's Watson, not Pecco. Sorry, and it was in fact Ronnefeld. A terrible start. He's going to come through the field. He's got the pace. 26.5 off a standing start. So Joe immediately getting out and away He's got some competition, well, not really from his teammate, but his teammate will back him up. Oh, mistake there by Hecker, got out in the rough stuff. Look at a swapper on as he came now back on the main. Oh, bouncing down the side was Bornhorst there, gets away with it. Into the hairpin, into the main straight, and then cross back for the loop on this kind of descending double. The highest point is there, and they come right down the hill as they land. Hecker not absolutely playing team orders here. He's waiting to see if he can get past Bornhorst. Third place is still Horn. Watson is fourth. Steichleather, good start for him in fifth. Brandon Rose is sixth. And Runnerfuck is now back to being dead last again. So he's decided to make it difficult for himself. Axton in front of me for Rose. That's picked up in a bit of a kind of a kerfuffle. Even there's a lot of changes around. You see there's kind of an accident, but pulling away, 1.2 seconds ahead. It's Joe Bornhorst. Behind him, it's kind of more action, I think, second and third, which is Hecker trying to hold off Aidan Horn. So it's all Horn's gone out and gone, and through goes Cody Watson. So this is a chance for the first podium for Watson. As the cars are splitting out, let's look at what happened there. All looking pretty good. Horn comes round the fast sweep before the main straight and just gets a bad bump. Now, this is going to be interesting. This track is cutting up. This is going to get really interesting later in the day, because that was absolutely nothing you could do about that. It was just the bit the track was in the wrong place, and upside down there was Bornhorst. So Bornhorst loses the lead, and into the lead goes his teammate. So Hecker loses the lead. So, and through goes Watson, who also comes together. So Bornhorst actually has a bigger lead now than he did have, despite being upside down halfway through the track. We're just about halfway through the race. So action-packed so far. I think that's because of the surface. It's really hard to do anything. Runnerfuck isn't getting anywhere. He's still in 10th. Bornhorst leads. Hecker is the second half in second. Watson is still in third. Horn is a lot closer to him, though, as Joe comes down the main straight into the end of the straight hairpin. So Bornhorst, who made an absolute art of getting the gate starts right at S&B Raceway. Got them wrong yesterday, in fairness, in the rush, but he's straight back on it when it comes into the qualifying races. Taking that S-Works car. Really kind of continue where he finished off with qualifying. The only time it all went wrong for him, really, in S&B Raceway was in the Super Pole in the main final. But everything up to that point, he won a lot. So it's still Hecker from Watson, Horn, and they're spreading out slightly. There's no real close battles. It's just really interesting how Runnerfuck's nowhere after completely dominating. Fastest lap currently is Runnerfuck's, the 25.522, but that's not the sort of advantage he had earlier. Big lead for Joe Bornhorst from his teammate Hecker. Third place, great performance by Cody Watson. Fantastic comeback here. Aidan Horn in fourth, Evan Vale now in fifth, local man, the painter. And then you've got Pecco dropping back in sixth, Hampersburg seventh, Brandon Rose eighth, and Runnerfuck ninth and going nowhere. Okay, so Bornhorst leads.
Bornhorst looking spicy out there. Probably went home and did some wrenching, came out swinging this morning. And it looks like we have a race on our hands, Nick. Bornhorst is showing some pace here first thing in the morning.
Yeah, let's see if we can pick up third place. That's the green car of Cody Watson. That's the closest battle at the moment. That's the battle for third and fourth. Watson and Horn. There's Watson, there's Horn behind. That's your final podium battle on screen now. You've got 3 or 4 laps to go, and behind them actually is that Evan Vale trying to get on the back of Horn as well. Yeah, I think it is. So you've got there's Watson, and there's the battle actually round now. It's the fourth place, Horn and Vale. Horn is kind of doing one good lap, one bad lap at the moment, which doesn't really help anybody.
Helps Cody, that's for sure. As Cody out there probably hasn't raced since S&B, I think. Hasn't even driven. Not bad for the young man from Mississippi. Having JQ help him out a little bit more in the pits this weekend as well.
Well, it's a great performance. I mean, as is Bornhorst. Bornhorst has pulled 4 seconds ahead. Runnerfuck absolutely stuck in the middle of the pack. He's got up to 8th. Oh, and Cody's lost it at the last minute. Oh, dear. And we're now counting down with a couple of laps to go. This is now the battle for third. Watson was doing so well at that moment. That's thrown third. Oh, and he's walked off the pits. Oh, dear. Cody's had a problem, broken it with a couple of things to go, walks off the pits. Right, anyway, walks off the rostrum, sorry. Bornhorst leading by 4 seconds. Hecker. This is the battle now for the final spot on the podium with 2 laps to go. And it is Horn from Vale. You can see how similar they are. Luckily, Vale's got yellow wheels. So it's and he hit him, but he backed out, so that's okay. There'll be no foul called there by the ref because he didn't come out. He does put them a little bit down into the clutches of everybody else, which is Brandon Rose, Ronafalk, the rest of the team, Bornhorst, looking with concentration. This has certainly worked well for Joe, hasn't it? Really has. No problems whatsoever for Bornhorst in this one. 5-second lead. Heckert second. Horn is in third. And he's the one who's most under threat on this last lap. I mean, I know traditionally you show the winner going past, but well done, Joe, you've won it. So let's just take Horn over the line. Well, it actually might not be Horn over the line because look at the battle is right on as Vale comes back towards him. The yellow wheels of Vale, and I think there's been a bit of a coming together, and Vale's at the inside, and Vale's going to get third on the line. Vale gets third on the line, so it's Vale gets third. So your order is Bornhorst, Heckert, Vale. I'll lead the rest of it to young Mr. Keenan.
Well done to Evervale, the young local here. Been to this track many times. Great race by Joe Bornhorst. Came out swinging this morning. Put in on a statement. We see Evan Vale walking off the stand. He'd be happy with that third place. Who won't be happy will be the Viking. Cody not only be happy as well, but a great run by Hot Sauce. Ivan in up to fifth. Horn holding on for fourth. And a great drive by Spencer the Heckert by holding off and his teammate. But what an impressive drive by Bornhorst. Well done to S-Works and Joe Bornhorst winning the first round qualifier here at the beautiful Badlands RC Supercross here in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, as we get ready for a short break between rounds as the RC2 drivers go out. We're waiting for Nick to go over and wrangle some of the top the top three qualifiers over there. A little bit heartbroken for Hot Sauce. He was doing so well. Made that little mistake and cost him his good qualifying. But there we go. We see Cole Tollard right there. We see Pecco, where we're looking for the drivers as they go out and hunt them down and wrangle them into their interviews, because that's what Nick does. And we've gone to a blank screen here. There we go. We see JQ. We get everybody getting ready to get up on the driver stand here. And we're going to go over to Nick here in a minute. Here we go. We're cutting over to Nick now.
Well, that was you had a proper race there.
No, I think I was like dead last at the start. Just was patient and just worked my way up. So it was a fun race for sure.
And a last corner pass. Nothing but the last corner pass.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I was behind Aiden for like the last couple minutes, and I got close enough to make a pass and went for it. So worked out. Is this local knowledge or just great racing? I mean, I race here probably twice a year, so it's one of my favorite tracks in Southeast. So it's definitely fun.
Evan, well done. Congratulations, Spencer. First of all, it's nice to see you with shoes and socks on, because yesterday you were cleaning the track up in the mud. I mean, so basically you're responsible for being a race. Thank you for that. Thank you for the work. And, really a great start, and then you just carried on going.
Yeah. We were helping out, putting some sawdust on the track yesterday. It was a muddy mess. But yeah, the car was good, made some changes, and feeling good. So.
I mean, it's noticeable the track is getting a little bit, even now, there's a few places where you have a random bump that can knock you out. Is it difficult already that way?
Yeah, you definitely got to be kind of careful in some spots. Getting onto the straightaway is really getting rough. There's a big bump, and there's some sharp edges coming up, so you definitely got to be careful.
Great stuff. And now our winner, Joe Bornhorst. Well, Joe, I think you when we were at S&B, it was all about your starts. Yesterday, it didn't work, but today, straight again. So what did you do overnight? Did you work out a different way of making the start?
No, I think it just worked out. It's really important right out of the gate how your car hooks up, and if it's clean or if you have a good gate or a bad gate. I land, or whenever they dropped me, I was wide open, and that OS Speed 83 engine just pulled her out to the whole shot, and me and Spencer, kind of controlled the first corner and worked together there in the first couple of minutes and got 1-2, so it's good.
It did seem really quite easy. I mean, how is the track? I mean, is it consistent, or is it seemed quite, but certainly coming around this main straight, there seems to be a few difficult bumps that actually caught a couple of other drivers out.
Yeah, it's really important to just drive within yourself. You can't really push it, to be honest. There's not enough traction to really push it and be safe. There's a couple holes just in some odd places that you kind of have to just miss and just know that they're there. I mean, the track, it's really odd. I've been here a few times before, and it's always really high traction, but this time it's very, very slick. So it's just, really important to just drive as fast as you can and not make mistakes and just make laps.
Well, thank you, Joe. So that's Joe Bornhorst, winner of RCGP Qualifier Round 1. And we'll be back very soon with the second round of qualifying for RC2.
And we are back as we have about 10 minutes left before the first round of RC2. Let's have a look in our chat, see how things are going there. Let's have a word with you guys. Let's see. What's going on? What's up, Kenny P? How you doing? Good to see you in here. Thank you guys. We've got 138 people in here. Let's do a thing here. Where are you guys from? Tell me where you're from and where you're watching this from. Your intro song reminds you of watching WRC. Yes, the great rally. Looked like it looked like an F1 shot. What's up? Morning, Apex Junkie. That was a rough start just now. But Bornhaus putting in a great, impressive drive, and Spencer Hackett. And I have to give done really well until he had a flame out. And Evan Vale, the local hero who was the toast of the town at the SMB race, looking to podium again here and have do it for the South, do it for the Carolinas. Evan Vale, one of the best RC painters in the world. And yeah, what's up, Cody? How you doing? Y'all all into Hondas and stuff now. I see that. Yeah, that's good. That's good. What's up, North Carolina? Jason, how you doing, Jason? Brawley, I'll be up in Charlotte after this for a few days. Then I'm coming back down here for mod. Then I'll be back up in Charlotte for a couple of days. I think I'm going to go around and see some tracks, go down to Anderson, check out some stuff out there while I'm there in Charlotte. Maybe I'll link up with some friends. Adelaide. What's up, Mick? South Australia. Very good. We got a pure international crowd here watching us as we have international races here. We have Team Scandinavia. We have obviously the RCGP guys. We have the English and everything coming here. We have Frank, who's between English and American. And of course, we have myself, who comes from Bermuda but lives in the DR. We have the Bermudian racer, Salty Joe. And we're going to wind it down. We got about 10 minutes to go, and we'll be back for the RC2. So don't go anywhere, guys. And if you're in the area, come on down. It's going to be a lot of fun here. And we'll be back at 10:40 EST. So 13 minutes from now.
reminder, guys, Ardent Imprinting over at the Blue Pop Pit behind the gates got some RCGP and some No Name RC podcast swag. Some merchandise for sale over there. Local business, help support them. Some RCGP and some No Name RC podcast gear over at Ardent Imprinting. Blue pop-up behind the gate. Blue pop-up behind the gate. Ardent Imprinting has some RCGP and some No Name RC podcast gear. Head over there, get yourself some shirts or sweatshirts.